GM, it's Chris, got the morning coffee in hand. And if you've been struggling with monetizing your email list, writing copy for them, and actually getting some cash out of your assets, right? Then listen up because just recently I helped a client of mine to generate $3,000 in pure profit straight into her bank account in 1 week from a tiny email list that she hadn't been emailing since May. And now it's September, so most like sound marketers will say that nope, this is a too tiny of an email list. Nope, it's dead, it's gone cold. But that is far from the truth. And realize that if you have an email list right now, it might be a tiny one, it might be a super big one. Realize that you just have so much money locked in there that you haven't unlocked with the right methods to send emails, right? Now, I am a copywriter. I write emails as well and marketing strategy. If you need my help and you would like to work with me, then I have a link below. It's just like a shameless plug, just to let you know that you can work with me if you need help. Otherwise, you can just do yourself everything that I'm going to tell you in this video and you will be fine. So realize the first thing is that your email list is an asset, right? Even if you haven't emailed them for months and months and months on end, like in this case for my client, there is still revenue to be tapped into. But the thing is that most likely you haven't really made an offer that they resonate with, or you haven't even made an offer, right? There are two spectrums to this I want to cover. The first is that people just send promotional emails all the time, which essentially burns out the list and becomes dead. Or you're not doing enough offers and people are just there to get free value from you and never have any intention of buying. So how you monetize an email list and essentially create $3,000 from thin air in 1 week is to live in the middle. So you have cash in your email list. So what do you do and where do people go wrong and what can you do differently? So I will say that people join an email list because most of the time they have either a problem that they want to solve or they have a desire they want to go through. And if they somehow have joined your ecosystem of content and email lists and stuff like that, then they most likely have some kind of problem and they are hoping that by joining this email list, by giving something away, their email, that they might learn something or get an insight or a golden nugget that can help them to either get somewhere or solve a problem. So realize that people are sitting in your email list essentially just begging and waiting to get the right offer that they can give you cash for. Now, people join because they want value, right? So what is a value? Let's define that. Value is just a value exchange. So marketing is not scammy and it's not sales. It's just like, hey, I have this offer, I have this thing, I have these results. Would you like it? It's a value exchange. They vote with their money on the thing that they think will help them either move a little bit closer to the goal or solve a problem. So if you have not been able to monetize your email list, just realize that you have probably not made enough offers, or you might just have made too many offers, and you've probably not made the right offer. Now, this might sound confusing, but hear me out. So, if I will join an email list, I will most likely want to get something out of it, right? So, if you can provide on a frequent basis a value or insight or some kind of tip or something, then that will be perfect. But at the same time, you also want to make an offer to the list as well because they are there for a reason. They most likely want help on the right thing. So instead of separating the both and just doing helpful, nurturing emails, which people, okay, that's fine, but whatever, and just promotional emails, you live in the middle and you combine both. And this is kind of how you go. So you go from this structure to this structure, which is you provide a reason for them to actually get the email first, which is value, some kind of insight, some kind of tip. And then you naturally transition into an offer, right? And the thing is that you want to test the different offers as well, because it might be that the audience wants one type of offer, but they don't really bite on another offer, because your email list is probably comprises of a few different audiences or target markets, as we call it in copywriting. And not all offers will speak to all people. So that is why you're better off making an offer frequently than infrequently. So for this client of mine, what we actually did during this week was that we sent 2 warm-up emails, right? That was all we needed really to see just how many open rates we get, how many reply rates we get, how many link clicks. We didn't have any links in the first 2 emails. It was just like a introduction email to say why have we have been quiet, to build some curiosity, some intrigue, like, oh, they have been missing and not emailing me for a reason, because they have been working on something. Aha. If you can frame it in that way, then that makes your email list so much more receptive and like, okay, I haven't heard from this guy, but he has been working on something that might be able to help me. Oh, I want to hear more. So you don't need to nurture, or at least in my experience, you don't need to nurture people for like 1 year, for several months. It's just like, make it clear where you've been, make it super clear that this is kind of like the stuff that you believe in and what this email list is about. Then you can straight up go into regular emails, which will be, as I said, the insight on each email that naturally weaves into your offer, and make an offer as often as you can with the both combined. If you live in this middle part of sending emails, you will make money. Now, the campaign itself. So we ran the campaign for 1 week. I call it a campaign, but it will just be ongoing, the same style of emails that we will be writing for this email list. But the campaign itself, the offer itself, had scarcity, meaning that it has a beginning and it has an end. And another experience that I've seen, and usually how it works, is that when you have a campaign, you have an offer with a start date and an end date. At the start date, you might get some sales. At the middle part, you will get pretty much no sales. But when we're nearing the end part, where there is an end, that is where you get the most sales. So my client was super discouraged when we launched this email campaign, because we launched the first email. My client thought that, oh, we make so much sales. I'm like, hold on. And she got no sales, super discouraged. But I told her, like, I understand, but most people either buy in the beginning or they buy at the end. So until the email is, or the campaign is done, don't judge it. Don't judge the performance of the campaign until it is done. So that's what we did. Now, once the campaign ended with a clear cut end, like, okay, this is an offer which we will not have anymore. That is when we got the most sales in this case. And it's usually the case with most campaigns. And she made 6 sales, which resulted in $3,000 straight into her bank account. Super happy with the email campaign. A bonus tip is that since we have done this campaign now to a straight cold email list, now we have set the expectations of how this list will work. Yes, we got a ton of unsubscribes in the beginning, but those has been turning down now. So we don't get as much unsubscribes anymore. And that is just natural with a cold email list. And when you start cold emailing them from nowhere, right? But now they have been a little bit conditioned into expecting that, hey, every other day I will get some kind of email from this creator. It will be containing some kind of value, some kind of nugget, some kind of thing that is helpful to me, and an offer. So you want to experiment with the offers as well. It's super important. The more I work in marketing, the more I just see from experience and realize that everything is in the offer, and a lot of people jump on different offers. So we launched this campaign, the offer is done, and now we will transition into another offer and another offer and another offer. This is not spammy. This is just saying like, hey, we have this thing. It has helped other people. Would you like it? If not, then everything is fine. You're still getting value. You're still getting insight in this email. But if you want it, here it is. You can pick it up at your own time, but it's running out. That is why baking in some kind of natural scarcity in your email campaign is so key. And this doesn't have to be fake, it has to be very real. For this campaign, it was a $500 discount. And after that, the discount disappears. It's real. People know it. If they want the discount, they can get it. If they don't want it, it is totally fine. Another way to do a good offer in an email campaign, I would say, is to have a live event, some kind of workshop, some kind of online video thing that you can buy a ticket for, meaning that it has a start date. Today, you can start getting tickets for this live workshop, this live course, this live event that is happening. Once the live event is happening at the end date, then you can't really get tickets anymore because it has already happened, right? That is a very ethical way to create offers with just a live gathering, helping people out, dishing out some value, solving a problem. And that is how you can monetize as well. And a bonus tip in all of this emailing jungle is that all of the smaller type of campaigns or offers that you create can lead into a bigger offer as well. That is why it might be reasonable to not create offers for people that are too big, that is too big of a threshold to jump over, that is too big of a commitment. It's better to have a smaller, lighter commitment. And then from the smaller, lighter commitment, just a natural bridge to a more expensive offer for more help, more access, more value. That is at least how I structure my email campaigns. And for this coach, online coach, it worked really well. And we also naturally baked into this offer to have an upgrade and an upsell and more access, more information, more help. And I think she will make a lot more money as well once that happens. So these were some tips. If you need help with anything of this, of writing copy, of the marketing strategy, just let me know. I have a work with me link below. Hit that and let's talk. Otherwise, try to use these tips and realize that you have money lying around in your email list. No, your email list is probably not dead. It's most likely they haven't received the right offer. You haven't made enough offers, or you have made too many offers. And never really judge an email campaign until it is truly finished, until it's truly over. That is why you must have ethical, real scarcity for each and every piece of offer that you make to your email list. All right, I hope this was helpful and I will see you in the next video. Bye.